What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at Cardano or ADA to see what it's doing on the short term, the medium term, and the long term charts. Are we going to keep breaking up to the upside, or are we going to get a correction to the downside? We're going to take a look at that in this video today. So if you guys are new and you guys actually enjoyed today's content, make sure you guys smack the subscribe button down below. I'm going to know if you guys press that subscribe button. I'm going to know. Just kidding, guys. Just putting that out there, but I'm just kidding. But as we jump on right into the 4-hour chart here, as you guys can see, we are in this rising wedge that we just got a major breakout to the upside on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see we got a massive couple candles this weekend, and Cardano was looking primed for another move to the upside. But are we actually going to get another move to the upside? Well, there's a couple bearish factors that I want to take a look at for Cardano. But I want to first make a caveat that even though there's bearish signals and bearish factors playing out right now in the market for Cardano, crypto's crypto, right? This thing could pump higher to the upside even though these bearish signals are playing out. So just keep that in mind, guys. Technical analysis is here to help us, not really have a crystal ball until the future. Just wanted to say what is actually going on in the chart. So on this 4-hour rising wedge, we just got rejected on the top of this rising wedge twice, right? So that's looking pretty bearish to me. It is possible we come back down and retest the bottom of the wedge here, coming back down to maybe the 35-cent mark before getting maybe another bounce up to the top, before eventually getting a move to the downside or to the upside. Whether we move to the upside or downside, I think is going to hinge on if we see Ethereum move to the upside or downside, which Ethereum is going to hinge on if we see Bitcoin move to the upside or the downside. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum are in crazy compact symmetrical triangle patterns right now that could break to the upside or to the downside any second. So I think most of the altcoins are going to follow whatever those two do. So if we get a move to the downside, which I think is possible because of a couple factors, right? We do have this bearish divergence that is playing out here. As you guys can see, we've gotten lower highs on the RSI here, as you guys can see. Lower highs on the RSI and higher highs on price action, which kind of resembles that we're getting some type of buyer exhaustion, right? The buyers are getting exhausted up here, which could move the price to the downside. We're also getting lower lows in the RSI and higher lows in the price action, which is another form of bearish divergence. A couple different bearish things going down, with the rising wedge also being a bearish reversal pattern typically. That could make us go to the downside in the short term. Now, where is the measured move? Well, the measured move of the wedge would be right at the bottom touch of the wedge, would put us right here, which would make a lot of sense if we did move to the downside. If we come back down and retest this little consolidation area as support. If we ended up breaking that, I think retesting our major support for the entire bull market, as you guys can see here, would make a lot of sense as well. If we did come back down and have a correction, maybe retesting this area here as support. So that's a couple of the bearish factors here. If we go up to the upside, if we switch on over the weekly chart, we are also at the top of our long-term rising channel we've been looking at, right? So now we've gotten 3 major touches on the top here, getting rejected 3 times, and on the bottom, right, getting touches all throughout here a bunch of times. So we are in this confirmed rising channel. Now, this is a big area. This could make or break whether Cardano starts to get super parabolic, right? If we can break out of this channel, look for major move to the upside, probably to the all-time high pretty quickly, in my opinion. Probably within the next couple weeks if we do break out to the upside out of this wedge and also the top of this rising channel, right? If we don't get a move to the, if we get it directed, look for us to either come back down to touch this as support over the next couple weeks, or for us to come back down and retest the 20-week moving average. You guys know I'm a huge believer in the 20-week moving average being our bull market support, at least for Bitcoin. We tend not to go below it on a weekly close basis. We've had it one right here, but other than that, we held it as support all throughout here. Look down to it here. So maybe a move back down to retest this as support as this keeps moving up would make a lot of sense as well. So that's the kind of the bearish outlook and the bullish outlook, guys. I mean, if we do break this to the upside, I'm telling you guys, look for crazy price action, right? Well, looking left, you guys can see we are at this major resistance right here from our local high right here. But other than that, right, it was pretty much, you know, where we maybe have a little bit of resistance here, but it was pretty much straight up, straight down, right? So not much resistance left, looking left here on Cardano, guys. So major fireworks could happen if we do break this upwards trend. So make sure you guys are watching that on your charts. All right, so let's switch on over to the daily. The daily is kind of what I just talked about, right? It's, you know, if we can break this level here on the daily and come up here, this 53 cent mark could play a little resistance on the daily, not so much on the weekly. You guys can see we had a couple, you know, weekly touches here. We had support on it here. So that could be a little bit of resistance on the daily. I don't think it'll hold for that long before we come back up and actually retest our all-time highs up here at $1.24 eventually, right? Ethereum is about to break its all-time high very, very soon. So you're going to see a lot of these altcoins that are kind of tied to it really start moving up very, very fast. You know, so that is basically the daily chart, guys. Not much else to talk about on that. If we look at the Cardano Bitcoin chart, I have couple very interesting things to talk about, right? So in my last video, I talked about if we break this and hold it as support, we're going to see a massive run to the upside. So what do we do, guys? We jumped, obviously got rejected. We jumped across the creek, right? Or we jumped over that resistance line, came back down, touched it as support, and then we got a massive move to the upside, just like I said, guys. You know, that's basic technical analysis there, flipping old resistance as new support, and then a massive pump. Look for this pump to continue over the next couple days. In my opinion, there's just not much looking left. You guys can see we went straight down here, we went straight up here, so there's not much resistance in between here and probably, you know, somewhere up here at this level at around, you know, whatever that number is. I'm not going to even try to say that. But you guys can see, looking back, we had a very, very similar pattern back here in 2017 before our major run, where we kind of had this, you know, if we send this out a little bit, you guys can see a little better here. We kind of had this descending wedge pattern, same as back here. And when we finally broke up out of it, it's a little bit hard to see because I can't really zoom in too much on it, but once we broke out of it, we came up and we absolutely blasted off after that, exactly like we are doing, or we are starting, at least, right? This looks puny compared to over here, but you know, we're at least starting to do the similar thing now. So look for a major move, at least to retest this area, in my opinion, over the next couple weeks. So that's the video on Cardano today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel and you guys like today's content, make sure you smack that subscribe button down to the right or to the left. I don't know which side it's actually on, but you guys can figure that out and press that button for me. Thank you guys so much for all the support in the comment section. You guys are the absolute best ever. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Only one video today. You know, I had to work late today, so I'm already getting this first video up late for you guys, but I wanted to make sure I get at least one video up for today for you guys. Busy day today, so I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.